Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Today's character is apparently Lilith. I don't know if Lilith was this session or this pseudo session, whatever. I'll just play Lilith. It'll be fine. Last Lilith run was interesting, to say the least. So this one will hopefully be more interesting and better. Alright, well I need a bomb for that, but I can't get to one. I'll worry about it later. So we have one red heart and two, oh god, black hearts. Honestly, this room is probably 100% worth a black heart, but it's also just worth using my active item. Oh, you should have jumped at me and actually totally screwed me over. I don't know why you didn't, buddy. But it was nice of you not to. Considering they were all on fire, I don't honestly know how I was supposed to avoid them all. Since the fire ones seem to jump a little farther and be a little smarter. So I don't know how I was supposed to not get hit immediately in that room. So everything worked out exactly as it was supposed to, I suppose, is what I'm saying. So, as you saw, I have the box of friends. Creates a duplicate of every unique familiar I have. A single duplicate, and can be used multiple times per room, but you're, again, only duplicating a unique familiar, not every familiar. And we've got an incubus that doesn't show up on our item tracker because it needs to not disappear if we build reroll because we can't shoot our own tiers. That does my damage with my fire rate and all of my tier effects. And is a good dude. Alright. We'll just wait him out. And then we have Cambion Conception. When I get hit a certain number of times, I get a new dark familiar. Up to 3 times. I will take that. And... ooh, excellent. Anyway, I don't like the item very much because the good familiars are not fully spec'd to be those familiars, basically. So Cricket's body, -1 fire rate delay, bit of range down, and my tiers now split into 4 tiers that do half damage. Which, pretty good. And then we've got 2 of clubs, doubles my bombs. Okay. Do this, grab the bomb and the scent, and then do it again for this bomb and this scent. And then at this point, I'm just going to... I won't use the 2 of clubs yet. I don't need to. It's not a big deal. Can use it when I need it. End up with more than 3 bombs, or not. So having 2 of these is fantastic. Note that Cricket's body is not a damage up. It's just a bunch of extra tiers, pretty much. It's a tier size up, but not a damage up. Okay, good. Unlimited bombs for the floor. I don't really have much to bother with, but I'll look for the top secret room since it should be here, I guess. Yeah. I really hate looking for secret rooms and such on the early floors. I will take a health up as I get to the next floor. They're super just hard to find, basically, because they don't like to follow the rules. Okay, guess it could be here. So as you can probably tell, this secret room is just completely wherever the heck it wants to be. And that's rather unfortunate. Could be here. It's probably here. I don't know a rule for that, so I just don't really search for them on the first floor because they always are so random, basically. Alright, no magic mushroom. We're good to get out of here now. I guess I can look for a quarter. Should be 2 cents is something. And then we'll be on out of here. Alright. Good first floor. Can't be too upset with anything that happened there. Took like half a heart of damage. So this guy doesn't count against my Devil Room chance, and I'm just going to double play him. Pay out here. Ooh, what a jerk. I'm going to bomb both of these dudes. Then I'm going to bomb those. That's why, because I want to make sure that this guy pays out. He's guaranteed to pay out here. And then Wheel of Fortune. Alright. Just because I want to make sure I get as many plays on this guy as I can. Good trinket, I guess. Random mushroom effect. Well, chance for a mushroom effect each room. Including the compass, which is the most effective mushroom, of course. Got a secret room here. I would like to go to that curse room, but I don't want to use a black heart to do so. Picking this up gets it out of the Devil Room pool, which is useful. And I'll blow these guys up in case of a steam sale or something. Or just 4 cents, that's something. Not worth a bomb entirely, but I have some left, so it's okay. So that item is if I get down to half of a red heart, maybe 1 red heart, I get a Necronomicon effect. Oh, this is big. I get to reroll here. Okay, this will be fun. Anyway, the Necronomicon effect, which does 60, maybe it's 40 in this case. I don't know. It does damage to every enemy in the room. It's not very good, but the item also gives a black heart, which is something. Quad shot, of course. I shoot 4 tiers instead of 1 at a reduced fire rate. It's a special item, so just seeing it makes it less likely that I will see any more special items this run. I will check out the shop, especially given that extra key. I don't want an item in here, but I do want the soul heart, so that means I can go to the curse room. And with my newfound full heart, I can go play the demon beggar a little more, see if he wants to give me like the pact or something. You notice that my fire rate is still pretty good for quad shot, I guess, because of the fire rate delay -1 doing a tiny amount of extra work for me. Good luck. Oh, very good luck. I'll probably play extra on the demon beggar if I have to then. Ah, dang it. Alright. That's good. 0.6 speed up and then range and shot height up by some amount. Double my keys and I'll keep my boss room teleport. Okay, we are doing good work right now. Now we find the boss in a few rooms or some such. So because of the way that the quad shot tiers spread and whatnot, I get pretty good rates of hitting with at least some of the split tiers. And considering quad shot has the same fire rate delay reduction, increase technically I guess, the same fire rate reduction as triple shot, and you're likely to hit with 3 or more tiers relatively easily. It's just way better than triple shot. Especially when you look at this, how brutal this is. Basically the spread pattern is just really good for a quad though. Range up, that'll help. And I want both of these. 1 damage up and 3 black hearts, and a guppy piece. Spawns 2 to 4 kamikaze flies, is usable every room. I'm feeling real good right about now. But I am good to go this floor. I can grab that battery, and that's about it. This is a really slow second floor. My time is rather bad. But that's alright. We're not worrying about time right now. I will keep my compass chance. Compass is a useful guy. Alright, what do you got? I will do it. Second guppy piece. This would be a really good run to make guppies, so... Oh, I got Little Brim, which, on the plus side, is a good familiar. On the downside, it means that my Incubus will be spread out, both of them, when I activate my use item. But I'll have 2 Little Brimstones. It'll be something. It's a mediocre trade, but it's fine. Not like I can do anything about it. That's what I don't like about Can be in Conception, though, mostly. It pretty much forces me into... Sure. Not being able to keep the Incubus next to each other. Which is less than optimal for damage output. And, like, actually aiming. Since there are two, I will use it. Health up. Sure. I'll use the other one, too. Sadly, I already got Guppy's head, so I can't hope for a golden chest to pay my way to Guppy. Or bomb chest. So I picked up the lump of coal there. Increases the size and damage of my tier based on the distance it's traveled. It spawns 1 to 3 kamikaze flies when I get hit. But obviously it wasn't intended that, you know, you don't want familiars as the familiar character in order to optimize your damage output. But sadly it worked out that way, where you don't want any other familiars, so that you can maximize your use of Incubus duplicating. It really just kind of sucks. Another range up, that's good stuff. And I would like to clear this floor. Even though I did most of the important stuff, there's still a shop to find and drops to get in general. I did make up a lot of time there. If I wanted to just leave immediately. But for once I don't. Lilith is really good with boss rush, by the way. So it would be nice to make it. So after I get the shop, I will leave, even if I don't do every room. Because full clearing isn't like a necessary thing. Nor is it even important, really, with a build like this. Car battery, though, was entirely worth it. Car battery makes it that when I use my use item, it activates twice. So in this case, that means I'll get 2 copies of whatever familiars I have. And I like this. So just for that, it was worth going to the shop. Now we can hopefully hurry a little bit. 2 stone chests, though. Gotta try it. Just do it. So bosses and enemies and things should melt. This would be fantastic to take into boss rush as well. So it would be very nice if I made it. So I'll do my best not to take my time at this point. Because it is 100% to my advantage not to. And it's way more fun. Because I can get some quite silly things happening when I have double charge on my active item with a boss rush as Lilith. Or just in general boss rush with the box of friends. Got a lot of soul hearts and black hearts right now. Dang it, man. I actually do want the heart. 1 damage up. And that turns the use of the Book of Belial or Devil card into a +2 damage as normal, but also a 1.5 damage multiplier, which is added because of that item. Rather nice. I have to get BFFs. That's why I'm checking shops, man. BFFs and car battery. So BFFs increases the size and doubles the damage of my familiars. So I've become hyper buff. And now if I don't make boss rush, everything is terrible. It's 1 damage up and 0.4 speed up. We made good time that floor. And this is really good as well. Finding the item room right away. Pick it up so it doesn't show up in a shop. It's the mom transformation, which makes a knife trail behind me. Full damage and everything. It's a legit just, you know, knife. But you can't throw it or anything, so it's just for enemies that charge at you and that you can bait around. But it's still cool. Alright, looks like we're pretty much just going the same way as we normally would for anything here. But in a hurry. Nice. I don't have any money, so the shop's not a big deal. Oh, this damage, though. It's glorious. Unlimited keys for the floor does not really help me at all. Double bombs, good stuff. And we've found our way here. Compass is helpful. Health up I don't really need right now. I'll take it since I got to take that. That item is when I get hit. A black circle around my character will spawn. That's really unlucky. Which does my damage at a very high rate. It won't have the double damage of the familiars, sadly. But it does my damage at a very high rate. And if it kills something, there's a chance that something drops a black heart. Since it's an on-hit effect, the chance for a black heart is actually pretty decent. So you can use it to profit, or at least go even relatively easily. Which is nice. Caters to the kind of game I like to play a lot of the time. I would use the Emperor if I didn't have an item room to find. Shop I'm less concerned about. I already got the stuff that's good for this character from the shop. But I would really like to find the item room. So if I find the item room relatively soon and have not yet found the boss, I am going to use the Emperor. Got a lot of keys now, so I don't have to worry about that. If I haven't found the boss, however, or I haven't found the item room and I find the boss, I'm going to be sad. 3 flies, 3 spiders. Check out. Nice. Nice. Sadly, all the hurry in the world doesn't mean I get good floor RNG. So I don't know where I'm going yet. Alright, we're good. Not a useful item, but what are you gonna do? Since I'm still good. Okay. So I'm not gonna use the item for this because I want to use it for boss rush. And that's okay. You got Flight and Spectral Tears for 2 hearts, which gets rid of all of my red hearts and keeps Polaroid active. Well, you know, I'm good with that. Sadly, I really don't want either of these. But I really do want to activate Boss Rush, so I'm just going to accept this and roll with it. The item gives me a familiar that spawns a fly for me. Wherever that fly dies, it spawns a new fly. So it's good. It's just I didn't want it. So as you can see, Boss Rush is a fun time when you're Lilith. Yeah, you know. You don't even really want to know how many familiars I have there. I know I don't. Can't adequately keep them all grouped together, probably. Alright. This is only slightly very silly. Hello. That's probably the last wave. Yeah, so, you know, that happened. What even just... Oh, the knife, right. Oh my god. I can't even get the whole line to move. So yeah, that's kind of what I have here. As I don't have piercing tears, I'm not going to take that item. Because it just means it's going to be harder for me to hit stuff, and I'm going to be fine without it. But yeah, that's boss rush for you. Pretty good times. And now we're back to normal. Oh, we got a succubus as well for getting hit enough times. Incubus has fused with the rotten baby, which is nice, actually. So succubus bounces around the room, dealing damage to enemies that are in its aura relative to my damage. Problem, normally it's also, if you're in that circle, you gain a 1.5 damage multiplier that does stack with things like magic mushroom. But because I have it from Cambion Conception, it does not give the multiplier. So we just made Guppy here, which gives me flight, and every time I hit with a tier, or one of my familiars hits with a tier, not including Little Brim, I get a Kamikaze Fly, which does twice my damage, and, you know, absolutely, totally stupid right now. So this is good. Secret room. Double my money. Unlimited bombs for the floor. Get a ball of bandages here. Sadly, we can't keep it to... you know... We can't keep it as an orbital if we use our active item. It'll just instantly turn into a level 3 ball of bandages, which will attack stuff but not block tears for me. But as it stands, it attacks, it just blocks tears for me, and it does 7 damage on contact to enemies. It's very good. So we made Guppy. We don't need to go into the curse room. Also, Guppy's tail is an increase in chest drops and a decrease in other drops. That's unfortunate. Fate, Flight, and an Eternal Heart, which means that I'll have a health up next floor, which means my life kind of sucks because I can't really get rid of that. No more Polaroid invincibility. I'm just kind of out of luck right now. Even got this. And I would have taken it if I didn't have to take it on Soul Hearts. And Hush, I don't have a charge, but I do have enough keys. I would likely die, but I guess I'll go for it anyway. This is probably the end of my life. Curse the Blind is really unfortunate. Tammy's Head, not useful for me. But at least it didn't screw me over. Anemic is a range up, and if I get hit, I'll track blood on the ground for the rest of the room. It's pretty much useless. And, like, that stuff does no damage, basically. Host Hat's nice, though. It makes me immune to explosions, and has a chance when I get hit with a tear that it absorbs the tear and deflects it back towards enemies as 3 of my tears. Coin Purse gives me 4 pill drops, which, well, I can't say I'm interested in. Actually, I need to bomb that. Because I need the battery to improve my damage output. Alright, you can have the rest of this back, though. I'm very, very dead. This dude will die fast, though. Might be a little hard to see tears, which is a legitimate problem for the Hush fight that I don't want to be dealing with too much. There you go, Bandaged Girl. Oops. Saw that happening. Yeah, so this could be really bad. If I get hit, I pretty much need to make sure that it's during a phase where it spawned enemies, so I can try and kill the enemies with the black circle so I can get some black hearts back. Oh god. Those were not going where I wanted them to at all. The plus side is I am breaking his DPS capping by just hitting with such a high volume of tears. But I'm not breaking it a ton, just a little bit. Hopefully this is safe for this attack. From this angle, and it is. It should be from this one as well then. It's fine. Might have it right here. Awesome. No problem. Couldn't have gone better. Could have gone slightly better, but not really. Not really. Didn't get anything out of that. Steam sale half off in shops, totally helpful at this point in time. I can still die. Beating Hush doesn't really say anything about the necessary success of your run as you continue. I just happen to beat Hush, which some builds are good at. Right, immune to explosions. I was like, why didn't that hit me? Oh, wait. So Devil will have that 1.5 multiplier for me, as you recall. God dang it. But this fight should be quick. But... So yeah, now I'm a little worried. A little. Maybe a lot. Oh boy. 1 damage up. -1 fire rate delay. My head is now an orbital. It does 7 contact damage to enemies and blocks tears. It will get duplicated, so I'll have 3 orbitals when I use my active item. Little Haunt. Hunt stuff down, does minor damage and fear stuff, and I don't want the other 2 because they're familiars that will get in line with my stuff. I don't want stuff that gets in line with my stuff. So that's a no-go. And that is okay. They're an enemy somewhere. Tech point 5 is good. Chance as long as I'm holding a direction to shoot a laser out of my forehead, but it only works with characters that can actually shoot, so it doesn't actually matter this run. It's not like I had a reroll though, so it doesn't matter. And a reroll would be better fit in the spawn room, since there are 2 items there that I know I'm not taking. Same as here. But I'll take the quarter. The range down isn't really worth it for the number 1 though. Could have killed that last for a chance at a lovely dead cat, which would have been, you know, pretty helpful, I guess. But I'll also be fine. I'm on the right path for the boss. I'm a matter of a couple rooms away. I'm not even going to take that just because then I have a better, or an actual chance of failure, which makes this a little more interesting. 0.7 tears up though, that's good. As you can see, the chance for failure was rather slim. However, I'm in 2 hearts, so I don't really... Why are those 2 in the same spot? That's not how you dupe things. Stop that. Stop that, please. Anyway, that was a pretty neat run, and I liked that a lot. Much more interesting than the last Lilith run. We met our goal there. That is going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed the run. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.